Welcome to Br.Phap Sauna.
So dear Speaker Thầy, dear brother, sister, and dear siblings, and dear family. So we are here today in this moment, and so you already know this is a question and answer. And so maybe some of you already have the questions, maybe some of you just come to listen for the questions or answer. But there are some key that we can understand, and it's a way to open the heart, and it's a way to keep the question and answer to going on. So if you have any question, the question from your heart, so please come to this place. And yeah, it's hot out there, but this place may be cooler. Because maybe you don't pay attention on the heart anymore. Because at that time you be with your heart and be with what is your suffering, what is the question. It's kind of brave seat for someone who is brave, and for someone who is ready to open your heart to the Sangha. And the good question doesn't need to be long. And the good questions, like maybe you don't have to ask, maybe we don't have to ask the question. The Mr. Google can answer. Yeah. So you can ask the questions about your suffering, about what is deep in your heart as a young people. And I think that we think that maybe it's not your own question. Maybe the suffering or the question that you have is really benefit for the others, and maybe that is suffering of the others too. So in this hall, we are not separate. We are one. And four of us are here today. Maybe we are not the master yet. We are not yet master. But somehow each of us, we practice for a while, maybe short or long, but with our heart, we try to answer your question from heart to heart. And maybe before I can introduce our brother sister here a little bit. As on my right side at the end is Br.Phap Lieu, and Lieu is mean healing. So this is a healing spring monastery, and he's here. So, and next is Brother Dai Nguyen. Nguyen is vow, it's a great vow. He has a great vow to offer you his heart. And yeah, next to me is Sister Trang Nghiem. So Trang is mean hero. It's kind of heroes. So I would like to invite you, brave as a hero, to come to ask the question. My name, some of you already know, I'm Sister Shine. Sometimes shine, sometimes off. Okay, and before you ask the question, to let the questions come from the heart, we would like you to sit there a little bit and listen to the sound of the bell. So you can feel like, okay, this is my question, and I let my questions breathe together with me. And we breathe together before I ask the question. I don't know anything that we need to add. Okay. Yes, okay. Okay, the seat is ready. And we can listen to 3 sounds of the bell. If you already have the question, after 3 sounds of the bell, you can come here. And if you can make a waiting list, yeah, that is okay.
Hello. I just want to apologise how dirty my feet are. I've been playing ping pong. Sorry if you can't see. I have.
Listen to them.
I have a question, I think, because a lot of us are at quite an exciting point in our life. There's a lot of fun things happening. We're making new friends.
The microphone doesn't work.
Sorry. Yeah? No? Oh wow, it's a lot done. We're at quite an exciting point in our life. I think many of us, we're making new relationships, doing a lot of fun things. I go to university now, which I find really fun. And I think that, but at the same time, I've also felt like I've grown up quite a lot in the first year, and it's like the first year I felt like a proper adult. And I think that injected a real fear of death in me, especially just due to this ultimate frustration that there will come a point where we won't be able to enjoy all these things in life again, and that's eternal, and the struggle with that being eternal, and just not being able to feel and experience things. And I guess my question was just, have you had that fear? If so, how do you cope with it? And I know the answer is that we can't do anything about it, so we might as well enjoy it. But I've tried to manifest that, but it hasn't worked really. A lot of the time, there's still just that frustration that I just can't seem to get rid of. Yeah, that's my question.
The fear of death.
Yeah.
What's your name?
And yeah, other creature.
Ah. How old are you?
19.
It's a very crucial question, and I'm glad that you are young and you already have this kind of question. So it's bring you to spiritual, to interest in spirituality. It's very nice. I'm approaching 60 and I haven't yet discussion. I'm joking. Well, I think if you look deeply in first in our body, each day we have a lot of cells in us who die. So, and there's other cells also who are born each day. And so this is a continuous process until the day of our passing away. Then there's more dead cell than living cell. Or more dead cell in certain organs, vital organs of our body that makes us cannot breathe, or our heart cannot beat anymore, something like that. So death and life is a process, continuous process, if you look deeply in our body and around ourselves, around in our surrounding. And death is necessary for life to spring also. It's like the winter is necessary for spring to come up. Suffering is necessary for happiness to manifest. There's a saying said that if we cannot add time to life, we should add more life to time. You see? Meaning that we can invest our time so that we can live our life more fully, not caught in too much worries or suffering. And if we live our life more fully, meaning more mindfully, we put more mindfully or more mind in that, And then that would be more meaningfully. So that if we have to die, we will not regret. And what is a meaningful life? And for me, a meaningful life is a life filled of compassion and love. If we live our life with enough compassion and love for ourselves, then we will be able to offer this compassion and love around us, especially for our beloved one. So that if they pass away, or if we pass away, then we don't regret. And compassion and love, whether for ourselves or for others, especially our beloved one, needs the condition. This is the practice of mindfulness. And to practice mindfulness, we need to practice also stopping. That's what we are training here. Whenever we listen to the bell, or we listen to the chime of the clock, we practice stopping so that we can come back and we are cultivating mindfulness. And with each mindful in-breath and out-breath, we realize that we have the chance to really get in touch with life. We are more living, alive, so that we put more meanings in our life. And each step, each mindful breathing is an opportunity to make us more alive and to bring more compassion to ourselves. And if we have not enough compassion, we'll be able to share it around us. So the question is not to die or not, or how to avoid death, how to cope with it. But if we live each moment fully, meaning mindfully, then we will have no regrets. The thing is, it's not about the fear of death, but the fear of not realizing what we cannot realize, the fear of missing, of leaving behind those we love, not be able to do what we want to do, right? If we can realize our dream in this life, then we will have no regrets if we have to live this life. So the question is more for me is to live each moment more fully, so that really we get in touch with life 100% in our daily life. Well, I think maybe Sister Barbara can answer. Thank you, Aunt.
Thank you, Aunt. When you ask the question, I feel like, wow, in such that age, you already have that question. Actually, I have the same question, maybe later a little bit. And that is really big fear for me, because it's not only my question. I feel that if my mother passed away, what can I do? And that is fear, is reality. So we cannot avoid it. Wow, and maybe you already faced some loss. Maybe not, but yeah. And I realized that is there any death So maybe I fear because of maybe I will lose something. Maybe I will not exist anymore. Cannot be in that moment with my family, with my friends. There's no joy where I will belong to. And so Br.Phap Lieu answer is very complete, but I want to add a little bit. Yeah. For myself, I learned how to see my continuation in this moment. Because maybe in the future, short or long, my physical body will not exist anymore. But the continuations of myself still keep going. The thought, the word, the actions, the speech that I'm already created in the past is still keep blooming, keep continuing. And I see that is my continuation. And I look into the past, I see that maybe my dad passed away, but his continuation is still there. I still see my dad in every moment of myself. And you still keep continue after death. For sure, the cloud never dies. Maybe if you look with this eye, you will see that you will die. I see that I maybe die. But look deeply, I see that I'm already continued in my younger brother. I'm already continued in you, in your smile. Maybe some of you take some things from me, from my brother and sister. It's already the continuation. And in that way, I feel that if tomorrow I have to die, it's okay. I still have the continuation. Like, yeah. And there's this example, like, I look at the back, at the past, and I realize that the garden that I planted, now it's with flower. And I think, oh, so beautiful. A few years later, when you go back and you see the tree that you planted is growing up, that's beautiful. Even without you up there, your continuation keep going on. So I hope that you can look deeply and you see that you are continue every moment of life. There's no death. And from that point, you can see that maybe more and more, the insight will make you kind of transform the fear that you have. Yeah. But it's the way, it's the path, no destination. Yeah. Thank you.